Hello, welcome to Casual Freshman Gamer. In the video today I'm going to go through the stats of the three leaders of the Goblin camp, starting with Dror Ragzlin. And in the first part I'm showing you his leadership skill, which I've seen him use in battle, and it's exactly as it describes. So everyone who stays within a certain distance of him will gain an extra 1d4 force damage on their attacks. And as soon as someone walks outside of that range, they stop having the buff, and if someone walks inside it, they gain the buff. Next up will be the screen with his stats. And we can see he's only got a few different actions. One is Repulsor, which says inflicts action surge. I don't think it actually does that, but can inflict damage, force damage to nearby enemies. Has action surge like any fighter would normally have. Then there's Throw Javelin, which kind of indicates that there will be thrown weapons available to us later on perhaps. And then Leadership, which is what I've just shown you. After that we've got his stats on the right. You can see he's not wearing any equipment, and in all honesty there's nothing particularly special about any of the stats that he's got. But I mean, he's got high strength, that's about it really. Initiative is only +1, proficiency bonus is +2, is only level 3. No background features, no passive features to speak of. Next up we'll look at Minthara, or Minthara, if I tried to pronounce it like a normal person would. So this is her stat block. She's got spells apart from Soul Branding, mostly like from the cleric. So Soul Branding it doesn't actually say what type of targets the target has to be, but I'll show you later. So we've got Guiding Bolt, got Bless, got Aid, normal level 1, level 2 spells for clerics. Initiative is +6, which is very interesting because I can't really see where that's coming from. It's a very high initiative bonus to have. Otherwise, she's just got your average sort of stats on the right. She's wearing a shield and heavy armour, and interestingly, as we come down, we can see she's got dual wielder bonus AC and dual wielder feats, which is kind of pointless when she's wearing a shield anyway. So I'm quite surprised to see those on her, considering what her equipment is like. She's got some tags, as you would expect really, Lothsworn, Underdark, Drow, Humanoid. They don't really do anything for her when she's fighting against you. Interestingly, as has happened with several other spellcasters with NPCs, he's got level 3 spell slots, 2 of them, but has no spells to use, and as before, we can't upcast the spells to use a higher spell slot. So here just showing off a few of her abilities. So with Soul Branding, it couldn't target the Imp, couldn't target Glut, but I could target Will. So I've got a feeling maybe it has to be a humanoid, even if it doesn't specifically say it in the description. And then I went on to go and test Bless with her. I'm assuming most of these spells work. Interestingly, it actually blesses more than 3 creatures. It blessed 4 creatures, whereas normally Bless just aims for 3 creatures. I could take a short rest with her, but when I tried to click on long rest, couldn't long rest. And last up is True Soul Glut. I think the most interesting character. We'll see very soon that she's actually a very good support character. Anyway, let's go look at her stat screen. And we've got a couple of bonus actions that don't have any symbols yet. So one's called Absolute's Hand, which pulls targets closer, and one does the same but inflicts hold person as well if they fail a wisdom saving throw. She has a mirror image. We can see Healing Word there. A load of level 1 spell slots, and a whole bunch of level 2 spell slots, but no level 3 spell slots. And then she's got 3 cantrips at the top. I'm just trying to count the spell slots there. Call for Help, which you can use once per battle. Shock and Grasp, and Shield of Faith. She's only actually got 1 attacking spell, which is Shock and Grasp. Nothing else deals any damage. That doesn't make her a bad companion, but bad person to have with you. She's got very high Wisdom, 18, so +1 modifier there. No special background passive features, only a couple of tags, one of which is branded, which makes complete sense. Other one is humanoid only. Now it's time to show you some of her abilities. So Shield of Faith, there's a massive difference between her Shield of Faith and a cleric's Shield of Faith. So she cast it on Glut. She's casting it on herself, and you can see both of them are still going. You can see the animations there. So I just went to go and test it out. And she can cast this on as many targets as she wants. It's a cantrip as well. So it doesn't even use up any spell slots. It doesn't require concentration. So you can apply Shield of Faith to as many characters as you want. So if you had her in your party, you can give everyone a +2 bonus to armor class with no drawback whatsoever. She's got mirror image, don't need to show that. This is the Absolute's Hand, which decided to use on Glut in the end, and it works, 100% chance to work. It's a bit like the Mind Flare ability, the Mind Moment Tap Hole ability. But then this one, the Absolute's Hand with the chance to hold the person, I couldn't get this to work on anyone. As in, I couldn't even target them. So I kind of get that it doesn't work on the Imp and Glut because they're not people, they're not humanoids. But then when I go and try to use it on my own cleric or on Will, it's just not a possibility. So they've highlighted the spell, it says invalid target. Maybe it's because they're not enemies, perhaps. And the last thing I'm about to show you is True Gut Soul using Healing Word on herself, which doesn't actually use up any of her spell slots, interestingly. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Please let me know what you think of these guys and if there are any particular characters you want me to look at next, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.